the H10. This is item H10, and I'll. It was Ann Kimbrough just got a note to me in the back. Thank you, Ms. Kimbrough, because I would have not have known. Oh. Who's the driver of the bus? Bob Lunston, you're the driver? Is Bernie Marcus here? Does he own the bus? Can we tell him to hold up?
The bus don't leave till he says it leaves.
Okay.
Turn it over to.
Is that bus equipped with the aquarium?
Thank you.
All right. Okay, go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. CEO, Mr. Chairman, members of the board. I'm Kathy Zickert, and it's my honor to represent the Marcus Jewish Community Association in this application for a synagogue with accompanying living facilities. This is a matter which is of great importance to the Jewish community, and as you can tell, there are a number of people here who have sat here this morning, and I think there are quite a few who actually are here that aren't on the bus. So if I could just have my group quietly rise to show their endorsement of this application, I would appreciate it. Thank you. The Jewish Community Center in Dunwoody has operated for a number of years. The Zabin campus is approximately 53 acres in size, and this application seeks permission to put this use of 94 units and the related religious activities that I'll describe in a moment on a 3.5 acre part of the campus. Zabin exists as a community center and has a myriad of uses in it, everything from a respite home to adult daycare to child care to camps to schools. And we frankly, when we filed this application, thought that we could file it as an addendum to the neighborhood community center. However, the staff told us they wouldn't accept the application, and therefore we went back to the table and revisited what we wanted to do with this site and came up with this as a compromise. And what the compromise is actually something that's very exciting for this community. We have a building here with 94 rooms or suites of rooms. There are no dwelling units. There are no kitchens. It is all focused upon basically a very orthodox study of Judaism. There is a synagogue in the facility where everyone will worship. I don't know if you were aware of this. I'm not sure I was, but in order for an effective prayer to be said under the Jewish faith, you require at least 10 people to be present, so you need to be able to congregate to do that. There is also a kosher dining room that everyone will eat in and will participate in terms of services and the like. And there will be 2 Talmudic scholars living on site to help these folks proceed with their progress in terms of their study of their faith and their ability to continue observing that faith even though they are growing older in years. We believe this is an absolutely appropriate use for this location, and frankly, I'm getting very tired of people making fun of the fact that we filed as a, quote, convent monastery, because as a practical matter, that's what this is to these folks here. No, we don't have nuns, and no, we don't have priests, but we do have family homes like this that very much emulate the way in which both a convent and a monastery function. So we believe this is absolutely appropriate as an accessory use to the synagogue that is in the facility. We have engaged in extensive negotiations with the community, and we have a whole neighborhood group that has executed a very lengthy agreement with us on one side of us, and we have 2 property owners on the other side of us, and you have letters from them. The other letters I gave you this morning are very interesting. 5 of them, I believe, are from rabbis. And they opine that, yes, indeed, in terms of the Jewish faith, this is the kind of thing that is needed and is most equivalent to a convent or a monastery. The other 4 are from Christian ministers. And those also opine that based upon their understanding of what this is, that this is a facility that is very much like a convent or a monastery. And if you stop and think about it, think about All Saints Church in Dunwoody, where Mr. Lunston lives. We have a home in there in which I believe 10 priests live. Collectively, it's not a monastery, but it is a home that is on the property of the church. We had a convent at one time, I think it's your church, Commissioner Gannon, at Immaculate Heart of Mary. I can't remember how many nuns lived in it, but it's about a 3-story building. So it sits back in the back of the property. It was there and operated until relatively recently. This is not an unknown in terms of an exercise of religious freedom, and we are asking you to accept that and to go ahead and approve this use. I'll reserve whatever time I have for rebuttal.
Thank you.
But isn't this for everybody?
No.
Oh.
Sorry.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Anybody have any questions?
You have to have, see if anyone else wants to speak in favor.
Anybody want to speak in favor of it?
See if there's anyone in here who wants
I had the
When-
community leaders here. They asked me to point
All those
out
in
that they
favor, just
left.
raise your
They
hand.
already stood.
All right. All right. Now, those who are not in favor, will you come forward and make your comments known? Okay, there you have it. All right. Now, those who are in favor, you got some more time, or are you through with it? Okay. All right. Staff recommendations. Staff recommendations. Boy,
We're going to make the CEO zoning chair before it's over.
man. Yeah, they need some.
The CEO, members of the board, staff recommendation respectfully is for denial in part based on the fact that we're supportive of the synagogue. The concerns that we have relate to the multifamily or the residential portion that's being proposed. They're proposing approximately 90 units, which relate to, on 3.3 acres, roughly 26 units per acre. Now, in terms of that particular use, it's not consistent with the definition of a place of worship, although we're supportive of the synagogue and the free exercise of religion. We're also concerned about the requirements of code as it relates to meeting the minimum requirements. So we are respectfully recommended now as proposed. The application as proposed could be modified through rezone, land use plan amendments, what have you, to get the same results. We've done this in the past. March of this year, we approved Fairfield for multifamily in concert with a place of worship. We did it in January over on Agape Way as well. So there is a way to get this done, but doing it this way, we would violate the land use plan amendment, the rezone policies, as well as the SLUP policies for places of worship. So respectfully, we are recommending denial as proposed.
Okay, I have to make a statement. I've just been informed that because I do not preside over zoning matters, that I'm not supposed to be, at this point, presiding over this portion of the meeting. So I am going to step away and turn this over to Commissioner Gann and the presiding officer.
Thank you, sir. And I believe we are through with this portion of the public hearing. Thank you, staff, for your recommendation. At this point, it is customary for the commissioner to make a recommendation. Commissioner Boyer.
And I can't leave. So I am going to, I'm in a little bit of a predicament. While I understand the needs and I think there's a way to work it out. However, at this moment, the staff has not left me that option. So what I'm going to have to do is try to meet with the staff, the attorney for the Marcus Center, and see if I can't come to a conclusion to get this thing to be successful. Because right now I have a denial as a recommendation from staff. Commissioner Gannon and I represent this area, and Commissioner, I'll be glad to tell you.
Okay. Could I ask you for a motion? I'm hearing
Right.
deferral, but
Yeah, a motion for deferral for 30 days.
30 days.
With
For-
a public
with
hearing.
Public hearing. Thank you. Now second.
So that we can try to see if we can get this straightened out. So that's going to be my motion.
All right. And that is seconded. And I would just like to add the appreciation of the Marcus Community Center for providing the opportunity for everyone to come for public hearing. This was also a civics lesson and audit lesson this morning, and we very much appreciate you being here. And Commissioner Boyer are committed to trying to figure out how this can be worked out with staff and with your applicant. So thank you very much. We have a motion to defer for 30 days with a public hearing, and may we unlock the machines, please. Commissioner Steers. Thank you. Lock the machine, and that motion carries. That was item H10, and